Honestly, I'll let you in on a secret. Don't tell anybody I said this, but we figured out how to just steal so much money out of Hollywood and the internet. Like, we're just running with it.
I know it, dude.
Until the fucking wheels fall off.
Man, dude.
Trust me, Banks, the wheels are falling off, and I'm glad they are, to be honest.
Listen, this is all about putting the power back in the hands of the fans. Fans have the power now. You guys can invest in the FaZe. We can make it into whatever we want it to be now.
In reality, like, you guys got scammed.
Apparently, putting the power back into the hands of the fans is doing everything you can to ensure that the fans get the power to their homes shut off. What more would you expect from the most broken and corrupt gaming organization in the world? I mean, seriously, the current version of FaZe Clan that we see today is an absolute joke. These guys have their logo on 10,000 different products, they've gotten more than 1 billion views on YouTube, and they have a combined social media following of more than 500 million people. Yet, they just can't stop losing money and scamming their fans.
One more question. Is this sponsored by Save the Kids or not? Yo!
And over the years, FaZe has gotten so bad to the point where we know for a fact it's only going to continue to get worse and worse.
In a way, FaZe is bigger than it ever was, but it's also smaller than it ever was. All of these collabs that we were doing with really, really big brands, you know what it is to me? All of these collabs that's coming out, it's like Band-Aid or silver tape on internal bleeding. That's the way I see it.
So today, I want to take a deep dive into FaZe Clan and expose how truly corrupt and unethical these guys really are, and explain exactly why they deserve their failure. FaZe in 2023 is no longer a clan, it's a corporation, and as we're going to see in this video, there is a night and day difference between the two.
The corporation side of FaZe is what has grown. It's like a huge monster inside of the brand that is just hungry, nasty, disgusting, like soulless.
Originally, when FaZe was created in May of 2010, it was just a regular Call of Duty clan that was founded by 3 guys, Clips, Resistance, and Housecat. Just a few months later, in August, Tommy, also known as Temper, joined FaZe, but when the 4 of them got into an argument, Temper stole the FaZe Clan YouTube channel by changing the username and password to their account behind their backs.
I remember when, I remember 2010, when FaZe had like 3,000 subscribers. And Tommy was, should we just tell the truth here? Tommy hacked FaZe Clan. Yeah. Tommy's like, bro, dude. Listen,
how many subscribers did it have?
There was like,
you know I left for a day?
There was like,
I swear to God.
I was the biggest fanboy. Tommy hacked the channel from J Cakes, changed the password, and he put out a video. Tommy Temper has gone crazy. He hacked the channel and he's taken over FaZe.
I've never watched his videos, but I initially thought Temper was actually pretty cool based on his press conferences with KSI, but after hearing that story, watching him get brutally knocked out just hits a little different now.
Give Tommy something to look at he hasn't seen.
I understand some would say FaZe wouldn't have grown in the way it did if Tommy didn't steal the YouTube channel, which is probably true, but it doesn't change the fact that a thief is a thief, no matter how you put it, and I think this is exactly why FaZe is as unethical as it is nowadays. Because as we all know, you can't build a great building on a weak foundation. But there's no denying that FaZe has grown massively since then. They've become arguably the most recognizable brand in the entire gaming scene under Temper's leadership. And FaZe was also a pioneer in a lot of ways. For example, I think they played a big role in normalizing gaming culture over the years.
Yeah, if there's one thing I'm proud of
I love
FaZe for,
everyone.
I really think that we played the heaviest hand.
We were the guinea pigs,
in breaking like that stereotype.
Yeah,
facts.
It was
nerdy
never
gamer
cool.
like
people would try to like degrade you for it and make you feel like a loser.
I never told anyone either.
And to the best of my knowledge, they also started the first content house ever in 2014 with their notorious New York house.
Should I fist you? No? Okay.
Although the content is old and some of it is pretty cringe, looking back on it, you could just tell that these guys were actually friends with each other, both on and off camera, and you could just feel that they were making videos for fun while also getting paid a lot of money to do it. However, I believe 2015, 2016 is when things first started to go downhill for FaZe Clan.
Okay, so you guys are four together, like, yo, we're in this, we're equal.
Yeah.
And you guys are all good.
Yeah.
And then
we're all on the same page. We're all
someone brings in like a money guy.
He wasn't even a money guy. He was a finesse guy who told him, oh, I know guys from here. I can help you guys do structure, this, that. But he's just a pathological liar who, like, I genuinely believe has, like, a real mental illness. Like, he really can't stop lying, bro. Like, it's insane.
So, but he must have got in with money, though.
He did get in with money, and that's exactly when the original owners of FaZe decided to compromise their company and their brand, and that's when they sold out.
People could also always say, like, well, that's what happens when you sold out. We didn't sell out. That's the biggest issue, is that it's not like somebody came to all of us and said, like, yo, you're being, like, paid off to let all these people in. It does kind of all happen under our nose. We let one person, who let one person, who let one person.
Despite what they say, as soon as some boomer came along and waved some cash in their faces, these guys decided to get on their knees and sell everything that they had spent the past few years building. And although I wasn't physically there, to really depict what I believe happened, I've created this beautiful animation for you guys.
Hello. I am Rich. I know nothing about esports or video games or content creation at all, but I will run FaZe Clan for you and we will make lots of money somehow. I promise. Working together, I will destroy everything you have spent years building, and we will make a lot of money short term, but far less long term. This is smart. Here is 10k cash, give me FaZe now bitch.
Okay, as you guys could probably tell, I'm not exactly an expert in animation.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
But I think you guys get the point. Some old dude came up to them, promised a bunch of BS that was way too good to be true, and said they're gonna make a lot of money, and over the years, the people that took advantage of them ended up taking full control of their company, and ended up ruining what could have been one of the best YouTube channels and gaming organizations of all time. We have to keep in mind, FaZe Clan had 1 million subscribers in 2012, which is the equivalent to like 10 million today. But instead of growing like they should have, these boomers who know absolutely nothing about gaming, content creation, social media, or esports are now in complete control of FaZe Clan. And those people are ultimately going to be the ones who put an end to FaZe Clan.
With us four, I don't give a fuck. A lot of them, like, we have a glorified middleman who got more shares than, like, Alex and Rug combined. Like, why? How do you come into the company and be a glorified middleman? All he does is pass information for Lee, and he gets more shares than Alex and Rug. How?
Yeah.
In what fucking world? Why do these boomers just to walk in and take more shares than the dudes that built it? And let's just be realistic about who's more valuable, like who can be replaceable.
He's right. Every single person who works at FaZe now on the corporate side of things is 100% replaceable. But there is no replacing people like Rain or Apex or Jev or Adapt. If we look at the current board of directors of FaZe, there is one person under the age of 40, and he's 38. And obviously there's nothing wrong with being older, I'm not ageist, but the average viewer of FaZe Clan videos is not 40 or 50 or 60 years old, so it results in a massive disconnect between what the people who run FaZe are putting out and what the fans actually want from them. That is a massive problem. Whoever is in charge of FaZe now clearly has zero passion for gaming or content creation, and that's best evidenced by the fact that they can't even get 10% of their own subscribers to even click on their new videos nowadays. The core issue here is that FaZe now prioritizes business and money over what's best for the fans. And without the fans, FaZe Clan doesn't even exist. Banks, Rain, Apex, Temper, those guys know what their fans want. Those guys know how to make money through content creation and get eyeballs on their videos because they're the ones that put them in the position to become a massive company in the first place.
So that it's not necessarily us that's been putting all these things out, it's someone trying to think what would they think and put it out? You know what I mean? It's not us doing it, it's people thinking what we would do.
And look, I completely blame the original owners for selling out, because at the end of the day, it is their fault that there's other people running their company. They saw money and they got greedy, regardless of what they say. Just look at the current CEO of FaZe Clan, Trink. Although I don't know the guy personally, to me it's very obvious the guy is just a Silicon Valley NPC. But if you watch one interview with him, you already know what he's gonna say, no matter what the interviewer asks him.
How the Gen Z audience is consuming. We speak the Gen Z language natively from the Gen Z lens. Connect with Gen Z. We've been leading Gen Z on the culture side. Really the moment that Gen Z rises to power. Great day for Gen Z, because that's where kind of the Gen Z audience is. They don't understand that Gen Z is rising to power in a different way. Gen Z and what youth culture is doing, because Gen Z is actually rising to power.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a
Gen Z
and then go back home.
You could ask Trink what he thinks about this monkey eating an apple on a nice summer day, and he'll go into some profound rant about how he thinks Gen Z is going to save the world.
If you're part of Gen Z,
we do not care.
And there's no denying that he's doing an objectively bad job as the CEO of FaZe Clan. Their content is worse than ever, the company's not profitable even though they've been in business for 13 years now. They have this 33,000 square foot warehouse in LA for absolutely no reason, and they definitely pay way too much for it. The creators clearly aren't happy with the way they're being treated, and although the CEO isn't in 100% control of everything that goes on in a company as big as FaZe, I believe Mr. Gen Z over here is definitely playing a big role in all of this. If any Fortune 500 company stock were to drop 96%, that CEO is getting fired every single time.
I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
And since Lee became the CEO of FaZe in 2018, the company has just continuously been making wrong decision after wrong decision as an organization.
The reason FaZe Recruits now essentially don't mean anything, they mean as much as subscribers do on YouTube. Like, it doesn't even really matter. It's all about recommended. It's like FaZe members, they don't get that subconscious stamp of approval anymore. You have to earn it now. You don't get that automatic, he's in FaZe, he's worthy, I'm ready, I'm subbing him, I'm gonna watch what he's got. Now it's like, oh, like new FaZe member, all right, he's gonna prove himself, and then I'm gonna pay attention to him.
I think the worst thing the people who run FaZe nowadays did is destroy their reputation in terms of recruiting new creators. I don't want to call out anyone specifically, but over the years, they've recruited a lot of people that their fans could not care less about. And I get that not everyone is going to be FaZe Rug with 23 million subscribers and a very successful rap career. But when they started recruiting 2, 3, 4, 5 creators in a row that their own fans have shown they clearly aren't interested in watching, it takes away all the credibility from the new recruits being introduced to FaZe.
FaZe has blown the reputation of having like a new fire member that, like, you know, just breaking barriers, pushing, popping. That doesn't happen as much anymore.
When there were far less viewers on YouTube in 2016, 2017, FaZe Clan members used to get 100,000 subscribers right off the bat just for having FaZe in their username. But now, because their roster is so heavily oversaturated with people that frankly nobody cares about, it makes it basically irrelevant to even be in FaZe.
All of these years, we always hear talent first, talent first. Talent is the most important thing. No, we're not. You've always showed us otherwise. You've always showed us that these recruits that you make, the celebrities who get more, like Snoop Dogg and his son has more money and more shares than a lot of FaZe members who were here from fucking day one.
Just the fact that these C-suite executives are so delusional to the point where Snoop Dogg has more shares in FaZe than Tico, a man who's been with the organization for almost a decade now, shows the level of blatant incompetence that these people operate at. Snoop Dogg has been in one FaZe Clan video since he signed with FaZe more than a year ago, but these boomers fail to realize that without the original members of FaZe like Tico, you would not even know what FaZe Clan is.
Then it turned to a point where we start recruiting, we just start over-recruiting, we start recruiting celebrities. That's my least favorite one, because the celebrity's not a FaZe member, that's a spit in the face to the fan.
But they're trying to grow the brand.
but that's not what you do, and it actually takes away. They think it's growing the brand because like, oh, we're gonna fucking dick ride all these people that have followers and are big rappers, whatever. But it actually does the opposite. Why not just make them ambassadors? Why not just do collabs? That would grow the brand. Making them a FaZe member is a spit in the face of the fan that wants to be in FaZe.
It is a spit in the face to the fan who wants to be in FaZe, but FaZe is so bad at what they do nowadays, I bet you there's millions of kids out there that are like, oh, thank God I didn't get into FaZe back in the day. Because a lot of the people in FaZe that have made it don't even like making videos and being in FaZe anymore.
I've kind of avoided being in content and in front of the camera for some time, just for no other reason than it's stopped being fun for me.
It's not a coincidence that most of the original FaZe members don't upload anything to YouTube anymore. Banks hasn't uploaded in 2 years, Apex deleted all of his old videos except one, Tico and Rain have barely been uploading over the last few years, and when they do, it's just exposing FaZe Clan videos. Temper does still upload, but these are basically just promotions for his boxing fights, and this isn't all because they all hate YouTube so much. These guys could literally post POV pissing videos and get hundreds of thousands of views and make thousands of dollars. I don't want to speculate on this because I don't know why, but something is clearly going on internally that's making it so that a lot of these guys don't even want to upload videos for their fans anymore.
The reason I stopped posting is because of this. It's like you're expecting someone in the NBA to just show up and play because that's what he's been doing and his friends are playing in a team, so let's just come play. Like, it doesn't work like that anymore. I'm sorry, it doesn't. And I felt like if I keep posting videos, if I keep showing up, if I keep saying yes to the things they ask me for, if I keep just doing my thing, I will never get what I want, and they will never do me right, because why would they sort out a person that's already doing these things?
FaZe at this point is just bad for the world. It's bad for the investors, it's bad for the people that work there, it's bad for the fans who buy into the garbage that they promote. Bruh. It's bad at making money, and to top it all off, they make bad content.
Hey, let's all just look at his outfit for a second. You are last. No, I'm not. Just because I dressed like today, I didn't know I was filming until like you put a bunch of bullshit on. You literally have an outfit you could buy from a TikTok shop. Shut the fuck up. Oh, you're not gonna. Don't even give that credit.
So who's winning as a result of FaZe Clan in 2023? At this point, nothing good is coming out of FaZe as an organization, aside from the fact that they're paying off Lee Trink's mortgage. I will say though, it's not all bad. FaZe has blessed the world with one of the greatest videos of all time, when FaZe Blanks walked into GameStop thinking the employees there would care about the fact that he's in FaZe Clan.
Oh man. Millions and millions of subscribers on YouTube. Professional Call of Duty, we Call of Duty athletes.
What did you say?
Professional Call of Duty, we Call of Duty athletes.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Call of Duty, they call champs. $40,000 tomorrow. We just always pay our respects. Yep. That's what we get. Face up, face up, face up, face up.
Still, to this day, I don't know why they posted that to the internet. That wasn't a live stream. They could have just deleted the video, but I'm glad they didn't because, like I said, it's one of the greatest videos of all time. But anyways, corporate greed and corruption aside, it's not like the original members of FaZe are any better when it comes to morals. In fact, I'd argue they're worse than the boomers who stole their company. Another big reason why FaZe is failing and will continue to fail is the sheer quantity of scams that certain members of FaZe have shilled to their fans over the years. Although I do think that FaZe would be infinitely more successful than it is today if it were actually run by the people who built it, there's no doubt in my mind that a lot of those same guys are just as immoral as the people running FaZe today. The first scam we have to talk about is CSGOwild. It's alleged that Rain and Banks were the owners of this company, and there is a lot of proof out there that they did own this website.
So we create this website, and through our rake and all this shit, we were making like $200,000 a day.
Bruh.
And we set it up in Antigua. We set it up in Antigua. I had a house in Antigua for like.
Where's that?
For like Antigua in the Caribbean.
Island, yeah. Where?
It's an island.
It's one of those like islands where they.
The best.
It's an island in the Caribbean where where gambling, where running a gambling website is completely legal if you have the permits and stuff to do it.
But that's not even the point. These guys like Banks and Rain and Adapt, whether they owned CSGOwild or not, are still the human equivalent of literal trash cans for producing income by promoting gambling to their child audience, knowing for a fact that CSGOwild had no KYC procedures in place. The reason why KYC is important is because it prevents children and people that aren't supposed to be gambling from gambling. Look at this video of FaZe's fans. Does it look like these humans should be gambling?
That's fucking illegal.
Sites like CSGOwild are scams because these companies are intentionally set up in blatantly corrupt countries like Antigua, so it's essentially impossible for the owners of the website to have to face repercussions for any sort of wrongdoing. So hypothetically, the website owner could rig the odds for the people advertising their website and make it so they win some $20,000 knife skin in their advertisement, and as a result of those massive fake wins being displayed to hundreds of thousands of children across the world, they would attract more people to the website and produce the website more money.
Please.
Easy peasy 35K, dude.
I got it! I got it!
Oh my God!
Oh shit! I got it! Let's go!
You're up to 56
Let's
grand!
go! I got the fucking wild! I put 2,500 on it! Oh,
Bro, you're up to 60K!
Shit!
Well guys, it looks like Adapt and Rain just broke capitalism. They made $40,000 by simply pressing a button on a screen. It's just so scummy. These guys sleep every night knowing for a fact they've single-handedly ruined the lives of thousands of their own fans by getting them addicted to gambling at a very young age through undisclosed advertisements just like this. And we have to keep in mind that studies show that gambling has the highest rate of self-deletion for any addictive disorder. So even if you take the unregulated aspect out of it, it's still a very scummy thing to promote in exchange for money to anyone.
What else would I do this for? I get a lot of people do it strictly for the money, but I'm just such an OG in this scene that I have a lot more like, you know, care for the scene and the community and the people. Again, why I said I've never like done like crypto scams or NFT scams or any of that stuff, because well, one, I just wouldn't do it anyways. I'm not gonna make it sound like if it wasn't you guys, I wouldn't do it, but I just wouldn't do it regardless. But I just mean, like, I couldn't scam my fans.
Pure fiction.
Like, I know people want to believe the CSGOwild stuff, and again, I've addressed that a million times. I personally believe I didn't scam anybody.
If these guys really didn't want to scam anyone, at the very least, they would promote regulated gambling companies to their fans, like DraftKings, for example, but they intentionally promote these shady overseas gambling websites because they make significantly more money doing that.
Through our rake and all this shit, we were making like $200,000 a day.
Let's not forget, Blanks was also a huge affiliate of Roobet back in the day. Roobet is just another average, extremely corrupt crypto casino.
I live with Aiden Ross, currently Mike Malak, and Ricegum. Yep. And we kind of did like a group deal. We went out to Mexico twice in the span of a month. And we got paid fat for it, obviously. Like, Dave, you know, this gambling shit. Like,
especially the crypto guys.
It's not even legal to use this site in the US. And if we take a look at their website, the affiliates for Roobet get paid a commission based on how much money the people they refer to the site gamble.
Win or lose, baby, we out here collecting checks, snapping necks, flex, baby.
And given the fact that every casino game has a mathematical house edge that makes it so the consumer always loses money over an extended period of time, he's essentially getting paid a percentage of how much money his fans lose.
Bro, like, I am as legit as it gets. Completely 100% legit.
Gosh. Okay, into the eternal pit of fire you go.
But gambling aside, how could we forget about Starnet Eclipse, possibly the greatest video game of all time? In 2015, the FaZe Clan members started advertising a game called Starnet Eclipse in a now deleted video titled "We Are Making a Video Game." They claimed that the backers would receive perks for donating, the CEO of this company, iCasual, was a 19-year-old named Jefferson Prince who looked like this. And our buddy Jefferson claimed that his company had 70 employees working on the game at the time. Obviously, that was just not true, and it has now been 8 years, almost a decade, and Jefferson and his 70 employees still haven't been able to complete the game for some reason.
Damn, that's crazy.
They ended up raising $20,000 from FaZe's fans, all for a video game that never even came out.
Like, people donate about $20,000, yeah. The game's not out, yeah, that's true, but no one got scammed. It just takes a long time to make a game. That's literally it.
But guys, Starnet Eclipse was just a fluke. FaZe is a totally ethical company that leaves a long-lasting positive impact on those who believe in the products that they promote, including their incredible contributions to the cryptocurrency space.
My name's Frazier.
My name's Jarvis.
I'm Tico.
I'm Rice-Gun.
I'm Nikon.
And I support Save the Kids token.
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 One of the most disgusting scams in all of internet history. I've covered this on this channel twice now, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but just to quickly summarize, these absolute scumbags copied the name and logo of a legitimate charity called Save the Children and used the FaZe brand to scam their own fans in the name of charity and saving the lives of dying children.
That's fucking haram. That's atrocious. That's disgusting.
If we take a look at their original website, they literally claimed in writing that only 1% of the total money stolen would even be donated to charity, and who knows if they even did that. And their roadmap only went up until 1 month, which is like the reddest of all possible red flags. There's no excuse to have not known this was a scam from the perspective of those who promoted it, and there's no excuse to use dying children and charity as a mechanism to scam more of your own fans in a cryptocurrency project that is now down 99%. More than $80 million was stolen as a result of Scam the Kids, and FaZe played a very, very large role in that. But it's what happened after the whole Save the Kids debacle that really angers me, to be honest.
FaZe, FaZe, what do you think about all the FaZe members being kicked out of FaZe for the whole thing that's been going on?
I made the decision. I made the call. Honestly,
okay.
Hey, all jokes aside, this sucks.
Serious matter,
it
yeah.
sucks.
Okay, Banks made the decision. That's really interesting, because Banks has also promoted some pretty shady crypto and NFT projects, like Banks Social, which he actually promoted with his buddy, FaZe K. And as we could see here, Banks Social isn't doing too well right now. I think it's safe to say this one got FaZe rugged.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hey, funny guy! I got a joke for you! What smells rotten and puts people to sleep?
Noxious gas?
No! Your act!
Okay, that was ass, I'm not gonna lie, but if these guys just don't tolerate scams, why didn't Banks kick out K when he was promoting MILF Token, which is now down 99%, or Safe Galaxy, which is now down 99%, or Tits Coin, which is down 99%. I don't even have to show you guys the chart to know that Tits Coin is down 99%. But why wasn't K kicked out for any of the countless other scams he was shilling at the time? It's because the people at FaZe Clan don't actually care that the fans of FaZe were being scammed. They care that they got exposed by two large YouTubers like CoffeeZilla and Mudahar. If the people at FaZe cared about not having their own fans get scammed, Banks would have been kicked out 2 years ago after he promoted Banks Social, then tried to delete all the evidence of his promotion. Or maybe he would have been kicked out after his third venture into the pro-children gambling scene when he partnered up with Roobet, which, yet again, isn't even legal to use in the US. Or maybe he would have been kicked out after he promoted this Clone X NFT, which is down from about 24K when he promoted it to now 6,000. So it's only down about 75%. As long as it's not Save the Kids, it's all good.
Bro, like, I am as legit as it gets.
Oh my god. Oh, this is disgusting. So
fucking disgusting. What a pathetic worm, dude.
But it gets worse, because not only do the FaZe guys not care about their fans being scammed, they actually encourage it. The people running FaZe want their fans to get scammed. Don't get it confused. As of right now, there's only 2 celebrities on the official FaZe Clan roster, Lil Yachty and Snoop Dogg. What do these two have in common? Both scammers. I could make an entire video on these guys, but just to keep it short and sweet, Lil Yachty created a project called Rap Doge, which got immediately FaZe rugged.
I was scamming.
That's right, it's a complete scam.
Yeah,
It's an scam.
And Snoop Dogg shills a new crypto scam every other week at this point, but his NFT project called The Doggies is surprisingly now down about 95% since its release. It's not a coincidence that both of the celebrities on their roster are both confirmed crypto scammers. A completely ethical person would never in a million years ever even think about joining FaZe at this point, given the track record here. I could make a whole 90-minute video just about all of the scams these FaZe nerds have promoted and platformed over the years, but I think you guys get the point. The fact of the matter is, if someone has more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube, there is no shortage of ethical ways to produce income, like ad revenue, merch sales, sponsorships, meetups, whatever. A YouTuber with 1 million subscribers is not struggling financially unless they're an absolute idiot in terms of how they spend their money. These people do not need to scam people and promote unregulated gambling in order to produce large amounts of income for themselves. But given the track record here, there is no doubt in my mind that if you're a fan of FaZe in 2023, these guys would literally trade you for money and not even think about it twice. And that's disgusting because, to be honest, a lot of these guys would be working at Burger King if it weren't for their fans.
You will never know how much I appreciate all of your support.
Approximately 10 hours later.
I've been investing in a lot of cryptocurrency lately, and MILF, it's insane, guys. I 25x'd my investment.
Stop the cap.
25x'd my investment.
And just to clarify, obviously not everyone in FaZe is a scammer. That's not what I'm saying. To the best of my knowledge, I haven't seen FaZe Rug, for example, pull off some major scam. And I'm not exactly a fan of his content.
What is this, ice? You're gonna open up a little bit from your wetsuit? Oh, no way! Gotta do the most, man. That much, Brian? Brian!
But at the very least, he's making videos that his fans want to see for free and making a lot of money off of doing that. And I have nothing but respect for that. But to be in FaZe, you have to be complicit with the fact that your peers unnecessarily scam their own fans, despite the fact that they're already multi-millionaires. So we already know what the future of FaZe is going to be. They're just going to keep making videos that nobody wants to see, and they're not going to stop scamming, and that's why the organization as a whole will continuously keep failing. The boomers who are currently in charge are corrupt, and the original founders really aren't that much better. In my professional opinion, the only way FaZe could ever be fixed at this point is if they make Keemstar the CEO of FaZe starting tomorrow.
Yo, bro, I met this high school girl that was hot as fuck tonight.
Bruh.
What?
What? What'd you say?
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
The Sidemen is a perfect example of how to run a successful group channel. They started their channel 5 years after FaZe, yet they now have twice as many subscribers. And I don't even have to watch them to know that that's probably because they focus more on the fans rather than themselves, and as a result of that, they probably make more money than FaZe while also spending far less. FaZe does the polar opposite of that. They focus on themselves and not the fans, and that's why they're failing financially, and that's also why they deserve their failure. I mean it when I say this, unless Keem takes the reins, these guys are done.
Yo, everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid name.
If you guys like this video, I think you might like this one on the screen right now, or maybe this one, but that's just what I think. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. Join my Discord, the link is in the description. It is the greatest Discord server of all time, and aside from that, I hope you all have a great day.
Whatever, what you guys think? Ron, how about you? What'd you think of the video?
Yeah, it was pretty good.